Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is Teddi Mellencamp, as always, being Kyle Richards' mouthpiece and spilling the tea about both of their husbands potentially cheating on them. I don't know why this is news. I don't know why this is a surprise, but yet, here we go. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Kyle Richards' good friend, Telly Mellencamp, seemingly suggests that both she and Kyle were cheated on by their husbands in the past, as the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum discussed their recent photos of Mauricio Umansky holding hands with his Dancing with the Stars partner, Emma. The photos surfaced after Kyle and Mauricio opened up about their separation, though Mauricio claimed him and Emma are just friends. Now, don't forget, there have been cheating allegations against Mauricio Umansky for over a decade. He has been linked to Ladies of the Night, to Dorit Kemsley, to Emma Slater, who's his Dancing with the Stars partner, to Kendra Wilkinson, who was one of the girls next door on the E! reality show. She is now a real estate agent at the agency, to other agents at the agency. And who else knows? The list goes on and on. So these cheating allegations aren't new. What is new is Kyle not defending Mauricio. Like, as we see in the promos for the upcoming season of Beverly Hills, which is currently on now, Mauricio and Kyle are at the kitchen counter, and he's like, for what, he's like, this time it's you who's cheating in the media, ha ha ha, with her fake. In my opinion, I don't think that she's really in an affair with Morgan Wade. Weigh in on that, though. Do you think her and Morgan really are in a relationship? If you think they are, put it down below. If you think they're not, also put it down below. I personally don't think they really are having an affair. But that's what he's referring to in the promos when he's like, oh, this time you're in the news for having an affair. And she looks really pissed. And she's like, yeah, for once it's me. And he looks really shocked that she's even saying that. And then also the fact that Teddi Mellencamp is coming out and sort of co-signing and saying that, yeah, Mauricio cheated and so did Eddie. And as we all know, Teddi doesn't say anything unless it's co-signed by Kyle. So what's new is the fact that Kyle isn't really denying the cheating allegations with Mauricio. That's what's new. Also, their whole separation, saying they're not happy, blah, 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 all of that. But let's keep going. On her Two Teas in a Pod podcast, Teddi and her co-star Tamra Judge spoke of how Kyle came off angry while Mauricio appeared calm during their cringy scene on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 premiere. During a conversation, Kyle shut down Mauricio's suggestion that she stop getting tattoos and also called out Mauricio for not knowing the number of tattoos she had on her body. Teddi seemed to suggest that Mauricio was the one who, quote, effed up, and that Kyle was simply reacting. Most of the time, the person that effs up isn't the angry one, said Teddi. Now, in that scene, if you remember, Kyle also said, well, maybe you should be paying more attention to my body. And then in the confessional, she was like, he would know if I had like a mole in the past, and now he doesn't even know how many tattoos I have. Again, hinting at they weren't having sex, he wasn't paying attention to her, and that he's probably getting his sexual needs elsewhere since he's allegedly not getting it at home. Again, this is very new because Kyle and Mauricio used to pretend like they had this picture-perfect marriage, but now all of the cracks are showing. My question is, do we believe the separation is real or fake? Because there's a couple of reasons why it could be fake. One, it could be for a storyline and ratings. I think Kyle knew that her time on Beverly Hills was coming to an end, winding down. Bravo was getting rid of a lot of the OGs. Last season was very dark. So I think that maybe Kyle knew she needed a good storyline. Also, it could be fake because Mauricio is facing multiple multi-million-dollar lawsuits. He's facing one for $35 million for alleged fraud at the agency. He's also facing another lawsuit, which is also for millions of dollars, that a former ABC executive is suing him and the agency also for alleged fraud in the real estate world. They were in cahoots, they were saying, with these two people who were basically renting out these mega mansions. This mansion was $12 million, and they would basically go through it. They would steal all the designer furniture and the designer clothes and all of this stuff. And then they would also stay longer. So it was like this whole fraud scheme going on. So they're being sued for that as well. Okay. So there's a lot going on where if Mauricio loses these lawsuit battles, maybe they're trying to make it that everything is in Kyle's name. They're shifting property, they're shifting money, so that if something happens in the lawsuit, they are able to protect their assets. So that could be another reason why they're doing this separation, sort of like a Erica Jane, Tom Girardi situation. So let me know what you think. Do you think their separation is real or fake? All right. So you think he's the one that effed up, asked Tamra. I think that's clear by watching this that Kyle is hiding how she's feeling about things with Mauricio, responded Teddi. Later, Teddi added, I think it's clear at this point Kyle's not ready to open up fully, and it looks to me like she's protecting Mauricio, but she's freaking pissed. All right. And in a clip shared by Breaking the Rules podcast on TikTok, Teddi seemingly suggested that both she and Kyle were formerly cheated on. She says, quote, I think we're just going to keep seeing more, and I think it's also jarring to us because Kyle and Mauricio always come off as such a united front, said Teddi, addressing the situation. You've always seen them as this couple, but I'm sorry when traumatic things happen, and that is actually what happens. I don't understand that, Teddi. Teddi, you need to learn how to talk. Anyway, Teddi then likened the situation to her own. For years, I had so much resentment towards Edwin, and it was to the point where I couldn't even look at him. And the fact that we've been able to work through it has been huge. She continued, but like once you've been burned, it's really hard to come back. Wait, are you saying he cheated on you? Asked her co-star Tamra Judge. Teddi replied, I'm saying that the photographs that Kyle just had to see online from TMZ were very triggering for me. Now, don't forget, okay, that Teddi has also come out and said that, and I have the clip so we can watch it. Teddi has also come out and said that when she was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she was fronting that her and Edwin were in a really bad place and that she actually thought they were going to get a divorce. So I guess that's because he cheated, is what she's alluding to. And don't forget, Edwin also, his company, his security company, also faced multiple lawsuits for fraud and misconduct. So very similar situations. Cheating husbands whose businesses are being sued for millions of dollars for fraud. So I guess this is why they're best friends, right? But let's hear a clip of what Teddi and Tamra had to say.
And so when I watched that, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, clearly she's angry. Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't seem angry. He seemed very like, okay,
well,
like
most
confused.
of the
like,
time,
what are you doing?
Most of the time, the person that F's up isn't the angry one.
So you think he's the one that effed up?
I think there's been, I think that it's clear by watching this, Kyle is hiding how she's feeling about things with Mauricio. And so as I'm watching it and she's stopping drinking, she's exploring, tattoos. There's a lot of stuff that even happened in her personal life that they haven't even gotten to, like in regards to one of her friends, a heartbreaking situation, what she's going on with her sister. And I think it's clear at this point, Kyle's not ready to open up fully. And it looks to me like she's protecting Mauricio, but she's freaking pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, and we've said that a lot. I think that Kyle is going through something. I think she's going through some type of identity crisis. With Mauricio cheating, one of her childhood best friends, succumbed to her mental illness and passed away due to her mental illness. And I just think everything is kind of crumbling around Kyle, and she's sort of having some sort of crisis breakdown as well. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. First, do you think their separation is real, or do you think it's for the cameras, or do you think it's because they want to protect their assets in case Mauricio loses these multi-million-dollar lawsuits? Also, do you think Kyle really is in a relationship with Morgan, or do you think it's just more of her acting out with the tattoos and everything else? And, do you think Mauricio is cheating? And if so, do you think he's cheating with his Dancing with the Stars partner? Yikes. And not to forget the cheating rumors about Mauricio and Kyle's BFF, Dorit Kemsley. Do you think that was true or not? Put it down below. But before you do that, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.